Yesterday I posted a video talking about a really, really horrible therapist that I went to. Today I have another story about a therapist. This time I called a place and I was asking for an adoptee competent, trauma-informed therapist, just like I did before. And they said, absolutely, we have someone here. And they said, let's come in for initial consultation and see how it goes. So I was like, all right, sure. The day of my appointment, I go in and I sit down. They had told me that the reason why they had put me and this therapist together was she was an adoptive mother. So I was like, already a little skeptical here because I wasn't sure how she would react to me sharing how I felt being adopted. So there we are, and I start telling my story. She's asking me questions, so I'm in my therapy session. I'm being honest about how I feel. And I could literally feel the tension in the room. It got really heavy, and I could feel her getting more and more uncomfortable as I was talking about my lived experience and how I was feeling. And I became so aware of it that about halfway through, I stopped and I asked her, I said, do you think that you can be unbiased? And she paused for a moment and she said, I can try. Then I knew this was not going to work out. My dogs. This was not going to work out. But not only that, she was visibly upset. I don't think she had ever heard anybody talk like this. And it wasn't that I was blaming anyone or saying anything wrong. I was just in my therapy session trying to get help. And I felt bad for her. So I was like, I had to, the rest of the time I had to censor myself. And then I still wonder to this day, you know, did she go do something with that information? Did she go look things up? Or, you know, did she take it personally? You know, what happened? So this is why myself and others talk about it is so hard for adoptees to go get help. I was literally put with her because they thought adoptive parent, adoptee, perfect match. Maybe not. Maybe an adoptive parent might not be the right therapist for an adoptee who needs to say their full truths. So it's just so frustrating because these are just two stories. These are two therapists that I went to. I actually have a few more stories. I might share them or I might not. But adoptees, leave in the comments, what has happened to you? Because we all have a story of trying to get help. But because of this false narrative that, you know, adoption is saving a child, or they were chosen, or we were called to adopt, is the predominant narrative, adoptees can't get the help that they need. It's not judgment, it's not blame, just trying to get proper help and to get the truth out there. So please listen along. Adoptees, seriously, put in the comment sections what's happened to you in therapy.